Now, one of the main challenges traders face with the moving average indicator is that it's often used incorrectly, especially when it comes to binary options trading. You're probably wondering how it's even possible to use the moving average indicator incorrectly. The truth is you can. You see, the moving average is a great indicator for identifying market trends, and many traders use one or even multiple moving averages. However, the problem arises when traders rely solely on the moving average for insight or to open trades. So what I'm going to do is show you guys some examples of popular strategies traders like to use. One of the most popular trading strategies in the binary options space would be, you guessed it right, the moving average crossover strategy. The strategy is literally as simple as it sounds, right? You've got two moving averages, whatever those moving average lengths are, and all you're looking for is a crossover to the upside or a crossover to the downside, okay? In this example right here, as you can see, we've got a crossover to the upside, so we'd look for buys. And over here, we got a crossover to the downside, so we'd look for sells. And over here, we got another crossover to the upside, so we'd look for buys. That's literally what this strategy is based on. Now, another very popular strategy amongst binary options traders would be using the moving average as support or resistance. Okay? As you can see, we have one moving average right here, and traders will typically use this moving average as support or resistance. So you'll notice that we got quite a strong move to the upside here, right? But we also got a retracement back down to the moving average. Now, usually after a strong move and a retracement back down to the moving average, traders will typically use the moving average as a support level to look for buys, right? And this was a great buying opportunity because price ended up moving back to the upside. And if we move over to the left, you'll notice that we got quite a strong move to the downside right here, okay? Price is currently trading below the moving average. But then we got a retracement back up to the moving average. Now, traders will use this moving average as a resistance level, so they'd be looking for sells. And once again, this was a great selling opportunity because the price ended up moving back to the downside. I mean, you get the idea. Another ridiculously simple strategy. And I'm just going to let you know right now, sorry to burst your bubble, but if I'm being honest, these strategies are not great. Long term, it's not profitable, and you won't make money. It's important to understand that moving averages are incredibly powerful and can significantly enhance your trading. But keep in mind whether you're using one moving average or 5. It's crucial to combine them with other confluences or indicators. By doing so, you can significantly improve the accuracy and effectiveness of your strategy. That's why in this video, I'll be using the moving average indicators combined with one of my favorite strategies, the breakout strategy. Just to give you an idea of the breakout strategy I use, all I look for is support resistance breaks and trendline breaks. Okay, so let's just say this is what the market is doing. It's moving sideways, it's consolidating, it's stuck in this range. I went ahead and marked out this resistance zone and the support zone. So typically, if we get a firm break to the upside above the resistance zone, we'll look for buys. And if we get a firm break below the support level, we'll look for sells. So basically, resistance breaks equal buys and support breaks equal sells. Ideally, if price is moving in an uptrend, creating higher highs and higher lows, we'll be looking for buys off the resistance breaks. And if price is in a downtrend, creating lower lows and lower highs, we'll be looking for sells off the support breaks. Now, let's say long term, we know the market is in an uptrend. We're bullish, right? Price is creating higher highs and higher lows. Typically in these markets, we'll be looking for buys, right? Now, let's say in this leg down we have right here, as you can see, price is creating lower lows and lower highs. All we'll be doing is looking for a buy off of this trendline break. The exact same thing applies in a bearish market, just the opposite. If the market is in a long-term downtrend, creating lower lows and lower highs, we're typically looking for sells, right? But you'll notice in this leg up here, price is creating higher highs and higher lows. So all we'll be doing is looking for a simple sell off of this trendline break to the downside. I'm just going to make it very clear. The examples I've shown you guys here with the drawings I've made are simply just illustrations, a vague idea of how I trade breakouts. The setups won't be as easy and simple. I wish there were, but setups come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and we just need to be prepared for that. But now that you guys more or less have an understanding of my approach, it's time to jump into the markets and start trading. Before we jump into the markets, if you're struggling with binary options, constantly losing money and not seeing any real progress, I've got something that can help. I run a completely free Telegram group where I share valuable content like market analysis, free signals and insights to help you learn, grow, and actually start making money. The link is in the description below as well as in the comment section. Feel free to check it out. It might just be the change you need. Okay, back to the video. Just to give you guys an idea of what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be opening 2 trades for this video. 1 trade for London session and 1 trade for New York session. This time I won't be trading Tokyo session because I don't usually trade Tokyo session. The times just aren't favorable, and you saw in my previous video I was up till all sorts of hours trading Tokyo session. So yeah, I won't be doing that again. I normally trade London and New York session, so those are the 2 sessions we're going to be sticking to today. Now, if you have no clue about trading sessions, how they work or what they are, I actually created a video a while back all about trading sessions, everything that you need to know. So if you are interested and want to learn more, please feel free to go and check it out. The link is in the description below. So just to give you guys an idea, based on my time zone, I'm about 2 hours ahead of Greenwich Meridian time. So London session starts at 9 AM, basically just started, and New York session starts at about 2 PM. So we'll be trading within, that time bracket. Okay, so now that we've got all that out of the way, I've gone ahead and added 2 moving averages to my chart. So these moving averages will be helping us while we trade. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you guys the settings of these moving averages. So the first moving average, I set the period to 8 and to EMA. I also changed the line color to yellow. Now the second moving average, I set the period to 50 and to EMA as well. And I also changed the line color to gray. So what we're going to be focusing on here with the moving averages is if the 8 EMA is above the 50 EMA, the market is considered to be in an uptrend. So we'll look for buys. And if the 8 EMA is below the 50 EMA, the market is considered to be in a downtrend. So we'll look for sells. We will be combining what the moving averages are telling us with my breakout strategy. Okay, so how this is going to work is I'm going to be skimming between the 1 minute and the 5 minute time frames to look for entries. I have about 58.7k in my account right now, and we're going to be focusing on 2 to 6 minute trades. The idea is to get in and get out of the market as quickly as possible. We're not looking to hang around. We're going to be focusing on $1,000 trades and high payouts. We want high payouts. We want to make some money today. I think it's time that we dive into the markets. We're about 34 minutes into London session already. Let's see what setups we can find and let's make some money. It's been a minute, but I found a little something here on Euro CHF. We're on the 5 minute time frame, and you'll notice that the 8 EMA is below the 50 EMA. So obviously we're in a downtrend, so we'll be looking for sells. The payout is also looking juicy. So what I'm going to do is hop over to the 1 minute time frame to look for some sell entries. I've just hopped over to the 1 minute time frame, and obviously Euro CHF is extremely bearish. So all I'm waiting for here is a trendline break to the downside, a firm break obviously, and I'll go ahead and lock in a 4 minute sell position. So let's see what happens. This is really weird for me because when I started trading breakouts, I used moving averages and they helped out a lot. But obviously as I gained experience over time, I stopped using them. But still, this is really nostalgic. It's weird. It really is weird. The volume's there, so I'm gonna lock in a 4 minute sell position right here. Bang, we're in. We're in, baby. Price is gradually dropping here, just doing its thing. I'm pretty confident this one's going to play out unless something happens out of the blue that I don't know about. Hey, price is pulling back here a bit. Hey. Okay, we won the trade. Listen, I didn't like the looks of that. That was a little bit close. That was a little too close for me. But hey, that's $920 in the bag. We start the day with a W. So, we won the trade fair and square. let's go ahead and analyze the trade we just took. If we go back to the beginning, the very first confirmation we got was on the 5-minute time frame. We saw the 8 EMA was moving below the 50 EMA, so price was clearly in a downtrend. That was a given, right? So we're automatically looking for sells. I then proceeded to hop over to the 1-minute time frame to look for entries. Now, the first thing I noticed was this leg up here, okay? And this was the perfect place to draw my trend line. Okay. And this is a valid trend line because we've got 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. And you'll notice that I don't have my trend line up against these candles. I prefer to keep it a distance away to avoid any fake outs. So we've got a trend line here with at least 3 touches. And all I'm looking for is a simple break of this trend line to the downside. Nothing complicated, just a firm break below this trend line, which would be a confirmation to me that I can go ahead and lock in a 4-minute sell position. So around 10:30, we got a firm break below this trend line right here. I went ahead and locked in a 4-minute sell position, and I was extremely confident, right? The volume was there, price was dropping, and I knew that we were going to win this trade. And then around 10:34, the position closed in profit. This was just a brilliant trade. It really was a brilliant trade. And at the end of the day, all this was a simple trendline break. Next up, New York session. We're about 28 minutes in. We've started the day extremely well. We're up at $920 as we speak with that win on Euro CHF, but we need to focus on winning the next trade. So we're going to browse the markets and see what sort of setups we can find. Literally in no time, I found a nice little setup right here on AudCAD. You'll notice that we're on the 5-minute time frame and price is looking like it's starting to reverse here. Okay, the 8 EMA has crossed above the 50 EMA and price is going to start moving up here. So what I'm going to do is hop over to the 1-minute time frame to look for some buy entries. I just jumped over to the 1-minute time frame, and you'll notice we have this leg down forming right here. So I've gone ahead and marked out this trend line, and all I'm looking for is a firm break above this trend line to the upside, and I'll go ahead and lock in a 3-minute buy position. You'll notice I marked out a resistance zone here, which just gives me extra confidence that if the price breaks above the trend line and the resistance zone, that the price is going to continue rising. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, so we got a bullish engulfing candle close here. And there's the break. So I'm going to lock in a 3-minute buy position right here. And there it is. That is a loss. Tough one to take, but I'm not complaining. Losing's part of trading. It's the reality of trading. If you can't take a loss, then trading is not for you. Trading is definitely not for you. We took an L here. Now, let's go ahead and analyze this trade. So I thought this was a great trend line initially because we had 4 touches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and obviously the more touches, the better. And all I was looking for was a simple break above the trend line. I also went ahead and marked out this resistance zone, which just gave me extra confidence that if the price broke above the resistance zone and the trend line, that the price would continue going up. And after we got a bullish engulfing candle close here, I genuinely thought the price was going to continue going up. I thought it was going to the moon because shortly after this candle close here, price broke above the resistance zone, and this is where I locked in a 3-minute buy position. I was confident, right? But price swiftly rejected back down below the resistance zone, below the trend line, and just consolidated, and I just started to slowly lose confidence, and yeah, we ended up losing the trade and price just rejected back down. It was a close call in the end. Price was consolidating. Anything could have happened. I mean, we lost the trade by 1 or 2 points, but on another day we could have won the trade. But this wasn't the main reason why we lost the trade. It was a little more amateur than you think. If we jump back over to the 5-minute time frame, you'll notice I've marked out this pink rectangle. This right here is a resistance zone. a supply zone, whatever you want to call it. And I can't believe I made this mistake live. I can't believe I didn't see this.
Price is looking like it's starting to reverse here. Okay, the 80 EMA has crossed above the 50 EMA, and price is going to start moving up here.
I'm sure some of you were watching thinking, yo, what the hell is this guy doing? For those of you that don't understand what I'm talking about, when you're in a higher time frame resistance zone or a supply zone, you don't look for buys. And what did we do? We looked for buys. We were analyzing odd CAD in a 5-minute resistance zone, right? We were on the 1-minute time frame looking for buys in a 5-minute resistance zone. It's such an amateur mistake. Look, if price was trading up here, very different story. Buys galore, but price was in this resistance zone. Now, when price is in a higher time frame resistance zone, there is a chance that the price will reject back down. And where will it reject back down to? The next support zone. And where is the next support zone? It's right here. I'm going to go ahead and mark it out. And this is exactly where price rejected back down to. I can literally bang my head against the wall. I can't believe I missed this. I can't believe I didn't see this. I was so focused on this moving average crossover, thinking, hey, we're going to the moon. Meanwhile, this is what was actually happening. I made this mistake live, and it's a little bit embarrassing, just a little bit, but I'm not hiding it, right? I made an amateur mistake. I'm honest about it. And you know what? The best of the best traders make amateur mistakes at times. And this right here was a great example. This just goes to show that I'm not some godly trader that wins all my trades. I lose trades too. I make mistakes. I'm human, right? But the most important thing is that I learn and grow from my mistakes. The lesson here is double check. Make sure all the boxes are checked before you open a trade. Make sure you know what's happening on the charts. I've learned my lesson here, and what's great is you guys are learning too. And based on what you've just seen here and witnessed, I'm sure you guys won't be making the same mistake I made. So we managed to open 2 trades. One, the first trade on Euro CHF, we made about $920. But we ended up losing the second trade on AUD CAD, losing $1,000, which means I lost a total of $80 for the day. Like I told you guys, losing is part of trading, and I'm open about that. I'm happy to show my losses because it's part of the game. Mark my words, there is no binary options trader that has a 100% win rate. There's no strategy that has a 100% win rate. In trading, you have winning days and you have losing days. And today was a losing day. And you know what? I don't mind taking an $80 loss. I've lost way more than $80 in a day, trust me. But you know what? I've got the discipline to come back again tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day and there will be more trading opportunities. Now, you'll notice I only opened 2 trades here. With proper risk management and the right amount of capital, all you need is 2 trades a day. Look guys, I've been a profitable binary options trader for years. I've made good money and long term I make a good income. And you know what? I humbly take losses along the way. And I've accepted that. Now guys, I just want to add one last thing here before I conclude the video. For those of you that are starting out with binary options, you're a beginner, you haven't quite landed on your feet yet, you're still trying to figure things out, I would highly recommend that you use the moving average indicator. The moving average indicator is there to help you. It's there to assist you. It can seriously give you guys some great insight into what the markets are doing. I mean, when I started trading, I used the moving average indicator and it helped me tremendously. I obviously don't use it anymore because I've gained some trading experience, but when starting out, I highly recommend using the moving average indicator to your advantage. But yeah, unfortunately we took a small $80 loss for the day. It's not the end of the world. We'll come back stronger tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be a profitable trading day. Tomorrow we're going to make some money. Tomorrow I'm going to make at least 30 times the amount I lost today, at least. But yeah, that's irrelevant. That's got nothing to do with anything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, go ahead and smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. and I will see you in the next one.